This boatman was getting ready to take his two nephews across the river, but he slipped and fell. Just a careless stumble. The younger nephew, due to a bleeding injury from the crash, lost his life. Right after that, strange things began to unfold. This ferryman couldn't seem to reach the shore. As if this river had no end in sight, it felt like an eternal tour. Uncle and nephew were trapped on that bamboo raft for 35 long years, until, on the brink of death, the uncle's epiphany cleared. In his younger days, the uncle too had been stuck on an infinite loop, aboard a never-ending train. He'd run amok. 35 years later, the train conductor met his end. Finally, the uncle was free from the relentless bend. So, as long as he met his own demise, the elder nephew would eventually rise. From this entrapment, he'd no longer be bound. On his deathbed, the uncle passed a warning around. He said, "Never drive that red car with your family. Don't you dare. Traveling in it could lead you into another 35-year affair." But the nephew didn't heed his plea, and ended up in another endless highway spree. Now he feels his time is near its close, which means his son Matt is about to break loose. On his deathbed, he cautioned Matt, his heir, never get in a police car to catch a thief. Beware. After these words, he took his final breath, and Matt saw, as he descended the slope of death, a police car waiting. Just as his dad had foreseen. Tired of this torment, he started the machine, but alas, it unfolded as his dad did predict. During a robbery, he accidentally fired a fatal hit. This led to a new loop. It's true, and in another 5 years, Matt's time was due. He realized the impending doom, and cautioned his son, White, in that room. Don't serve a newlywed couple in the hotel's lift, son. As Matt's life neared its run. Upon Matt's demise, the elevator doors swung wide, and White walked in, his old life cast aside. Now a hotel attendant, he was free from the stairs, escaping the endless loop of repeating affairs. In reality, what trapped these folks wasn't infinite space, but rather their inner regrets and misplace. Old White blamed himself for his daughter's fate. His family fell apart, his life's sorry state, so he endlessly regretted that fateful road trip, his heart trapped on an eternal highway grip. Young Matt's misfire led to a life of despair. In prison, he languished. It was only fair. His heart, too, was confined in that stairwell square, regretting the shot fired into the air. No one's life is without its tough parts, faced with past troubles and broken hearts. Endless regret just makes things worse. You see, only by facing it can you truly be free, escaping the endless cycle that confines. In the space of accidents, our tangled minds,